have to be good though, right? Because then if not, you're gonna have the outcome. What happened to that girl in Birmingham? Whatever, she got attacked by. I gotta bring it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna get into it. Okay.
We're gonna get into it. Yeah, like, like there is controversy going on with your dog right now, with your dog breed right now.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Like, all right. Like I say all the time, you know, a lot of people shouldn't have dogs in general. And a lot of people shouldn't have certain dog breeds. You choose the wrong dog breed, it'll just ruin your life.
He still got his balls intact?
Yeah, of course. Nice. Yeah. A dog's like a $10,000, $15,000 dog, bro. There's no way I'm chopping those nuts off. Get out of here. You wow. And you're gonna complain about spending $4,000, $6,000 on a dog? Like, I have people hitting me up with BMWs and fucking luxury cars, diamonds and chains. Like, yo, listen, I get you're a SoundCloud rapper. I'm really happy for you. But put your money where your mouth is.
Right. You don't ever use Greek, right? Unless you're with your family.
I mean...
No one uses Greek, bro.
Whoa, relax, buddy.
Only Greeks.
Whoa, relax.
I'm just saying.
No one uses Celtic, bro. Relax. What is that perspective? Okay, what Spanish? All right, wait. Regular Spanish? Portuguese? Catalan?
Right.
Like,
this yo... Is
it's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.
Same kind.
So yeah. What's good, Mike?
What up? Back again. Yeah.
For the second time around, the first time
we couldn't get everything.
The audio didn't get through.
Yeah.
It was crazy, bro. Like, and that was a while back. That was when we were dealing with the stress of just having our puppies, right? You had your litter, I had my litter, and it was wild.
Yeah, I think I was like two.
Let's break it down though. What kind of dogs?
So our at is Bluepheonix Bullies. We do American Bullies XL standard. There's just a difference in overall size and height. Our dogs are just a little bit taller than your standard average, let's say, bully or pit bull type dog. So yeah, man, they're just great dogs. They're, I would say, a medium to large size breed. They usually range anywhere from, like, I would say 90 to like 140 pounds for like regular XLs. They're great dogs overall for everything. Security, family, protection. I just think they're a great breed. It's why I chose to do them. Definitely not my first dog breed.
Not your first dog breed, sorry, that you had or that you breed?
That I've ever had. This is my first breeding venture. I'm a pretty young guy. I'm 29. I found this dog and I thought, wow, everyone can benefit from this dog. Like, regardless of whether you're a good person, a good dog person or a bad dog person, the dog itself brings itself to be a little bit just too easy to own. Like, they have a very strong drive to please. If you raise them right, there's really nothing that I could see going wrong.
You said whether they're good or bad, but at the end of the day, it have to be good though, right? Because then if not, you're gonna have the outcome. What happened to that girl in Birmingham? Whatever, she got attacked by. I gotta bring it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna get into it. Okay.
We're gonna get into it. Yeah, like, like, there is controversy going on with your dog, with your dog breed right now.
Okay,
right? Like, there's, a lot of things can go wrong depending on who is taking care of the dog and what type of situation is going on as well, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't know, but at the same time, there is something going on with the breed right now in the news.
Well, okay, so right now, for those of you that don't know, there is a BSL, so it's breed-specific legislature in the UK, United Kingdom / London, UK area that is banning or trying to ban XL Bullies. This is from a number of attacks on people. I think a lady was attacked, a man was attacked,
a girl.
Yeah, listen, whoever's attacked, like, obviously I'm not condoning the attacks.
Yeah.
I just feel that we're not placing the blame and the focus on the things that should have the blame and the focus.
Right.
You're putting the blame on the dog when
Right.
it should be the person that brought the dog into the scenario,
Mm-hmm.
which is the owner.
Right.
You know, they blame the Doberman, they blame the Rottweiler, like they blame the Pit Bull. Now they're blaming the American Bully. Why? Because it's an attractive dog. It's a designer dog breed. Not to say that it isn't its own dog breed. You create your own dog breed after about 3 to 8 generations. So once you have consistent bloodline of like the same dog over and over again, that's when you create a new breed. And people will say, well, that's not true. Yeah, it is, because then you wouldn't have like the golden doodles or like, you know, the fluffy Frenchies or Frenchies in general. Sometimes breeds just come about from people creating them,
Right.
and they stick around whether they should be around or not. So breeding itself in general is I would say a very involving process. A lot of people do it for money.
Right.
A lot of people do it for the breed itself. So I mean, it depends what kind of dog you have. Me personally, like, this is my perspective, and you know, everyone can say what they want.
Right.
But I think a dog in general is divided into one of 4 categories. A dog can be a pet, which is it's neutered and spayed. You're not really planning for anything to go with that dog. A dog can be a service dog, so that could be blood pressure, epilepsy, seeing eye dog. A dog could be a breeding dog, which is male or female, you know, to continue the bloodline. And the dog can also be a security working dog, which comes into play a lot when you're talking about property protection, farmyard work, guardian protection work, military and police work is also true.
Another chapter.
Yeah, no, it's still the same the
Security?
same, yeah, the same type of security, but I like to say working class dogs and farming guardian dogs, because it just, sometimes when people do security and sometimes when people do protection, they do it incorrectly and they just create a dog that'll bite people, a dog that won't let go, a dog that isn't trained. And like, it doesn't matter what kind of dog you have, how big the size is, you should have your dog trained. Not, oh, I don't have treats right now. Like, no, you should have your dog trained regardless. Like, he should respond within 1 or 2 instances of hearing a command or hearing his name. In Colorado, they have an off-leash law, and I think, like, if your dog doesn't respond to you on the first, like come here, like, they charge you like $400 or $500. Which, like, hey, it makes sense. Like, you know, you have to, like the same thing. Like, these people that are getting attacked, the people that own the dogs, shouldn't be owning the dogs, you know. Like I say all the time, you know, a lot of people shouldn't have dogs in general, and a lot of people shouldn't have certain dog breeds. You choose the wrong dog breed, it'll just ruin your life. Like, a lot of people get a husky thinking it's going to be like a Shih Tzu, or a lot of people get like a Shih Tzu and like, really, but like, they don't know it, but their perfect dog will be a Great Dane. It's a giant dog, they want to cuddle, but they're lazy, you know. Like, you don't understand the dog that you're getting unless you've had that experience, either raising one, growing with one, training one, or even researching one. But I would say the research versus seeing one in person is very different, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to, what are you looking for in a dog? Like I said, a dog could be one of those 4 things, but they can also be a combination. Like, a dog can also be an emotional support dog, which is service, and could be a pet. You know, because that's a pet. You could do emotional support, a service animal. But like having the XL Bullies, people take advantage of the system and they use the service dog vest or the laws and the protections around them when they're not service dogs, and they give, you know, overall dogs a bad name or a bad rep.
Well, that's the problem with like just allowing anybody to have that license, right? They just pay for it, and then it's like, okay, your dog's a service dog.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Right?
Listen, some people need it, you know, and far be it from me to
say who's
to say, yeah, like I'm not trying to run your life. Like, who am I? I'm just a guy who loves dogs.
Right.
You know, like I have like no say. Like in my perspective, I would love to have my dog serviced. It's not that expensive. You can do it. My dogs are well trained, but they're not service dogs right now.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to somewhere where I need to have my dog serviced in order for my apartment not to kick me out. Or like, you know, a lot of people don't realize what a dog actually does for you. Like, you know, and I hate to say it, but there are different levels to how involved a person is, or how affectionate a dog person can be.
True.
You know, like you can have a dog and do the bare minimum, you know, groom it when you have to, feed it, leave it in the corner, give it affection when you want, or you can have a dog that you walk with, you talk to, you feed, you train, you grow a bond with. There's a certain trust and a relationship, but there's an understanding there, like, hey, you're my person and you're my dog. Like a lot of people be like, oh, bro, like, oh, the dog's, no, I don't own the dog. The dog's my family. Yes, 1,000%. Dogs are family, right? But you need to protect your family, right? By not training your dog and by not having him be a upstanding canine citizen for the area and for the world and for the neighborhood that he lives in, you're doing a disservice to not only the dog breed, you're doing a disservice to the dog, and you're doing a disservice to yourself. Because, listen, a little bit of training and a little bit of routine and structure can go such a long way.
Yes.
You know, it's just people think they know a lot more than they actually do. And it doesn't have to be about dogs. It's a principle that stretches to a lot of things.
You were talking about before how, like, you know, a dog starts to change. Remember the golden doodle? And you're like, after like 8 generations?
Oh, that's breed specific.
Right.
Yeah, that's more like genetics and like creating a breed.
Right.
It's like the same thing as like creating I don't know. I would say like a beer or a wine or a recipe.
Talk to me about the beginning of your journey. I know you've had dogs before. Like, what was the spark that created you to want to even start breeding?
Yeah. So I mean, I've had dogs growing up. We had small dogs. I've been around big dogs all my life. You know, pointers, pit bulls, Dobermans. I've always had an affinity for dogs. I bond with them well. I understand them. And as I got older, I wanted a dog more, but I also started researching and doing a little bit more of an in-depth viewpoint into dog psychology. So I got my first dog I'd say around like 5 years ago. His name's Zafi. His full name is Zafidos. So Zafidos is a to commemorate my grandmother's passing. So so her name was Zephi, so Zafiria, which means like Zafiros means sapphire in Greek and Latin. So that's where the blue in Bluephoenix Bullies comes from. So I've had Zafi for like about 3-4 years, and then through circumstance I knew someone close who had a litter of American Bullies that had very good bloodline. And at the time, I was either looking into doing Cane Corsos, or I was looking at doing something around the pit bull area. I wanted something in a medium to large size breed, something that was good for family, something that had multiple applications that people will always want, that are short hair, So, you know, the maintenance is low. They have very low health problems. And they have an overall temperament that I would agree with, an overall energy level that I would agree with as well. So I found a male in that first litter. His name was Phoenix. I mean, it wasn't. I chose him. Like I was the first one on that litter. It was an awesome litter. He's an awesome boy. I have him to this day. At this point, he's around 3. He's fully trained. He's protection trained. So he's protection and sleeve trained on command. He's obedience trained. And he's just, overall, he's a great dog, man. Like, he has a big head. He has a big smile. He's a happy dog. He loves to cuddle. Like, you know, but it brings me back to the point that...
He still got his balls intact?
Yeah, of course. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, a dog's like a $10,000-$15,000 dog, bro. There's no way I'm chopping those nuts off. Get out of here. You wow. No, but you know, it goes to show you how you raise him. And like, I raised him to be a little bit more on the alert side, a little bit more edgy and protective. But as I was doing more and more protection work with him, it was just too forced. Like, he has a drive. So some dogs have different ways to train them. Sometimes it's verbally, sometimes it's through food, sometimes it's through play. He just has an insane play drive, which translates into a prey drive. So he would be great for like a hunting dog or a protection dog. Like, when I bring out the protection equipment to start working, like in training, he starts shaking because he wants it so bad. Wow. It's like a football player getting ready to hike the ball. He's just ready. And like, we don't do it often. I think the last time I did it was about 1.5 years ago. But I don't do it often. I just do it just to brush up, and I do it just to keep him on edge, you know, just to keep the training there. It's just routine. The same way, you know, we walk, we sit, and the commands that are said through the walk are said through every day. So I got Phoenix. Phoenix was around, he was getting 2 years old. And then I found a nice female from one of these breeders upstate. And she just had great genetics. Like, I seen the first litter. The first litter, I think, was 1 out of 15 the mother had. And then this litter was 1 out of 17. So that's where my girl is from. Wow. Yeah, we called her Honey. So Honey's our girl.
Wow. So you were expecting a lot because all these dogs...
I mean, I mean, like, I mean, listen, like I told you before, like, ignorance comes in a lot of forms, you know. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're a terrible person. You puppy mill. You know, all these dogs are gonna end up in shelters and in rescues by the end of the year." And it's like, first off,
crazy.
You don't know me.
Right.
You don't know the situation.
Facts. And
you're just speaking out, and you know, like, you're being an internet warrior when you would never say this to my face. Right. One, because if you saw me with my dogs, you wouldn't even think that. Right. 2, how am I puppy mill? Like, my female had 1 litter, and she had a lot of dogs because she's healthy. Right. So what's your problem? That my dog is too healthy? Right. Like, it makes no sense that my male is too healthy. Right. Like both of my dogs are healthy. Both of my dogs have their vaccinations. Both of them have their DNA tests done. Both of them have OFA heart testing done. So, like, these are things that other breeders won't do that I've done just to make sure that I'm putting forward a better dog into the community as a representation of the breed, but also as a family member to the family that they're going to. Yeah. The last thing I want is for something to happen and, you know, like through no fault of my own or their own, and the dog, you know, doesn't
obey or
doesn't obey is
there's many
one
different
thing.
outcomes.
Yeah, like, I was going more towards, like, you could have a dog die on you before 1 year old. You could have a dog like, hey, the dog's too big, the dog has too much energy, take it back. So, just so you guys know, no refunds. Like, you just when you're making that choice, like, don't come to me on an impulse purchase, because it's not fair to me. It's not fair to the dog.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've heard stories of people taking them, and, you know, like, at 8 months, oh, bro, the dog's too big. It's not what I thought it was. I don't want it. I'm not going to pay for it. I want my money back. And
or how about that girl that was like, oh, let me get it for free. Remember
so many people.
I know, but you remember we had that communication where it was the same girl that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I know what you're talking about. So, you had a girl who hit me up as well.
Really?
No. Yeah. So we know her, right, in the community, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And she tried to solicit a puppy from me as well. So basically, the girl just wanted a free dog,
right?
And she was just like, yeah, no, I could take care of it, and, you know, this and that. I'm like, nobody gets a free dog. Nobody gets a free dog, and nobody gets a dog without signing a contract.
Right.
And, like, people are like, oh, I've never heard of that, and like this and that. Listen, I've had the craziest conversations that I've never thought I've had. I've had a person offer me $100 for a dog. I've had a person offer me a fish tank for a dog. I've had a person...
A fish tank.
A fish tank. He was like, yo, listen, it's a good fish tank. Dude, it's like $1,000 fish tank. I'm like, bro, so you're giving me $1,000 for the dog? He goes, well, I was going to give you $1,000 and the fish tank. I'm like, great. So what? I was like, 100-gallon fish tank breaks in my living room, and then what? I'm just cleaning up water? I'm like, oh, this is great. No, bro. Like, listen.
You're gonna have fish.
Yeah, I mean, you can get fish.
Yeah, but
I don't want to use.
Why would you want to get?
I don't want to use fish tank. Like, listen, I'm up for trade.
Right.
I'm up for trade. I'm up for barter and services. Like, listen, at first I was like, hey, listen, if you have a motorcycle, if you have a car, because I had a lot of dogs, bro. I had 13 dogs off the bat. I had 3 females and 10 males, right? So far, we have 6 puppies that have awesome homes. You know, they're not coming back. Right. The families love them. I get pup dates. I get pictures all the time. Nice. The owners contact me all the time asking questions. Nice. And that's the difference between me and another breeder. Like, some people might do it. I put my mouth where my money is. Yeah. Like, listen, I will stay in contact with you. Like, I'll come see the dog. Like, I've put people in contact with trainers in order, you know, to get, you know, where you need to be. Yeah. And now we have 6 males and 1 female left.
Wow.
Yeah. So half, about.
Do they all love the female or what? Like.
You know what it is? A lot of people differ with how they feel in general.
I mean the male dog.
Yeah.
Do they really love that female? Is the only female left?
She holds her own. She's a big girl.
Okay.
She's a big bitch. But yeah, you know. But listen. She's awesome. She's very sweet. All my dogs are beyond adorable, but beyond sweet. Like, I've taken a dog who's never been around large parties, like more than 10, 20 people, to a block party in Long Island full with, like, I'd say 10 or 20 houses, families all over, dogs off leash coming up to him, no reaction, little kids coming up, and like, I like them. Like, I've had a mother go, oh, is he friendly? I'm like, well, we'll find out. Meanwhile, like, keep in mind, I'm watching the interaction. Right. Like, the dog has a prong collar on. Yeah. I'm watching. Like, I'm not expecting anything bad. You can, listen, you know, you expect the best, be prepared for the worst. But in the same sense, the dog has no reason to lash out. Like, I know the dog's temperament. I know he's not stressed out. I'm looking at the back of his hair. I'm looking at his tail, his ears.
You know your dog.
Yeah, I know my dogs, and I know...
My dogs, plural.
I know
Like, I
my
got 7
business,
dogs
bro.
right now.
I know my bit. Like, listen, I wouldn't talk about rocket science because I'm
Right.
not a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
Like, I've done this.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So backstory: I did construction for around like 8 to 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, this is just life draining. I was like, this is really just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I job hopped in between, and then I landed in dog training. Dog trained about 3-4 dogs because I was like, dude, I trained my Dalmatian. I know how to do it. Like, let me see if I can apply it. I did that, and then I started doing behavioral correction. So behavioral correction is kind of like going in, fixing bad habits, going in, assessing the dog for what it is in its environment, seeing the owner interact with the dog. And I would say like 95 or 98% of the time, it's the owner that's the problem.
Yeah. That's some Caesar Milan line.
Yeah,
right there.
it's just like you can teach a person what to do, and like, listen, we all procrastinate, we all fall off of a rhythm, but the dog's looking for you for leadership. And like,
Yep.
you can say like, oh, the alpha thing, oh, it doesn't exist, there's no alpha, beta, this. Bro, wolf and pack hierarchy has been a thing since ancient times. It doesn't have to be like, yo, I'm the alpha, I'm stronger than you, da da da. But you want your dog to look at you for the next step. The same way in a walk, you want them to look at you before they cross the street.
Yeah.
The same way they're looking at you because they trust you that you know is what is best for them. You know? And it's just it's tough to see, and like a lot like I said before, there's just different stages and different levels to the kind of dog person that you can be. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm on my phone a little bit of the time while I'm out, but usually it's just to change the song that I'm listening to.
Yeah, I get it.
When I'm on my dog walk, I'm observant. I'm not like, because I'm not involved in my phone 100%.
Right, it's not about you, it's about the dog.
Well, I mean, it's about me and the dog. We're out together. You know, when I'm not out with the dog, I'm out by myself.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that, but he thinks, hey, he's bringing me along for this walk.
Right.
You know, so like I've went into situations where I'm walking my dog, and like just one dog for these examples, because I walk multiple dogs too. I can walk 2, 4 at the same time. It's just the kind of walk you want to have and what you want to go through on the walk. If you just want energy out on the walk, if you want a training walk, if you want a socialization walk, it's different.
So right now you have 7 dogs, and when you go on walks, how do you break that down? 'Cause that's a lot of walks.
So I mean, I really do a couple different things for exercise for them. So I have 7 puppies. They just turned 9 months, so they were 8 months before. They're 9 months as of now. I have 7 puppies, 6 males, 1 female. Bluephoenix Bullies, and I have.
By the time this comes out, it'll be in December.
Yeah, it's fine. And then I have the mother and the female as well. So they'll be around then. They'll be like 11, 12 months. So, like, it is what it is. Like, at one point, I was just like, okay, I can't sell them. So, listen, I would say puppy value is anywhere from 8 weeks to around 4 or 5 months. Once the 4 or 5 month to, like, 6 month mark hits, they're 6 months, and they're not, like, as valuable. People want puppy age. People want, like, 8 weeks to, like, 14 weeks. And it's not like people know what they're talking about. Like, I've had people,
that cute phase.
yeah, I've had people tell me, oh, 6 weeks, oh, 7 weeks, I'll buy the dog from you. It's like, listen, we won't give you the dog until 8 weeks, 1.
Right.
And number 2, it depends what you want the dog for. Like, some people tell me, oh, I want a pet home, but I might want to breed in the future. It's like, that's not how a contract is formed. Like, go to Lexus or Toyota and be like, hey, I want to buy a car, but I might just want to change it to a lease in the future. It's like, that's not how a contract works. You start in the beginning, you put out your terms, and then you agree to it. Like, a negotiation should be had. I mean, like I told you, I've had low ballers. I've had people tell me, listen, I'll give you $1,500 full breeding rights for a dog at 8 weeks. And the dogs cost, like, realistically, anywhere from $3 to $10 grand. and that's pet home to breeding. So like, let's say a dog is $3,000 pet home or 2,500 or $2,000, I would charge double for breeding rights. You know, some dogs could be 8 to 20 grand. Like, and that just depends on the color of the dog, the coat that he has, the color in the coat, but also what you see the dog as and what you're going to use that dog for in the future. If you feel that dog has breeding potential and people will want to use him, it's up to you to spread that dog and to show people why that dog needs to be used. Like Phoenix is an awesome dog, healthy, great drive, well trained, but he's a tight dog. He doesn't have any fat on him. He's very, very lean. Like heaviest, he's probably 105. Lightest, he's like 96.
Oh, Tundra's 106.
Yeah, but she's also
Cane
a
Corso.
female. Yeah, she's a female.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Though I was gonna say, like, you know, sometimes people they want certain dogs, like you said, they can't really like own up to having them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, you know, you want to go through a rigorous business plan to sell the dogs. But in my case, in my situation, I didn't have enough time. And I didn't have enough resources. And I wanted them to go to good homes still at the end of the day. And what I did, you know, like all my dogs are gone. Yes, I definitely had way less than you. But I feel
like 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
But I also feel like a part of the reason why they were gone was because I lowballed myself. You know what I mean? And like, it's not that I wanted to do that, but I also did want them to go into good homes in the right amount of time, and I didn't want to stretch it out because imagine having a bunch of Cane Corsos in this.
I don't have to imagine.
Right.
Yeah. I'm living it.
Right, but that's the crazy part. But
I guess.
And yes, you gotta be honest, right? Like you're dealing with 7 dogs, bro. Like
that are 8 months old.
That are 8 months old.
8, 9 months.
And I'm sure you've gone through like many situations.
Yeah.
Like, are there any like situations that you can share that you learned from just having all these dogs?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, listen, every day is a learning lesson, you know? Like, you know, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Of course, I would want to get them off a little bit earlier next time. I really had a problem with people lowballing me. And then the further along it got, I got people being nastier, but also people being like more, I would say, I don't know. I would just nastier overall. Like one guy was like, "Bro, I'll give you $1,500 for a dog. I don't care about bloodline. I don't care about paperwork. It's just a dog, bro." I'm like, "Why would I give you a dog?" Like, you know, like, so for me, I kept the 13, and it's not like I didn't have plans to sell the dogs. It's not like I wanted to keep 13 dogs. It's just how things played out.
Yeah.
See, like, as someone that is selling a product or a service, which I feel that I'm doing, I'm selling you a breeding service, but I'm also selling you a dog that you're buying. As someone that puts that forward, not only do I have to put a good product forward, but the plan wasn't to keep 13 dogs through their entirety. Obviously, I would have loved to get all 13 off, or like 10 or 11 of them off, maybe keep 1 or 2 at a reasonable time. It's just a lot of things worked against me. I had 4 to 6 people that were supposed to take a dog from me and didn't take a dog. And one by one, they kind of just all bowed out.
Right.
And it created.
I had that too.
It created a very big, I would say, hiccup in the progress, because it went from 8 weeks to 14 weeks, and then the excuses for some people just kept rolling in. Like, some people just can't be honest up front, like, hey, I don't have the money, hey, I can't afford it. But in the same sense, a lot of people just never had the conversation with me in the first place. Like, a lot of people that were supposed to get the dog at, like, let's say 2 months old, which is like whatever, 8 to 10 weeks, they were supposed to have a conversation with me, never had a conversation, but I reapproached the conversation at like 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And like, a lot of people are just waiting for a discount. a lot of people don't know what they're shopping for in general. They're like, oh, it's a pit bull puppy, I'll give you $500.
Right.
And it's like, listen, that barely covers my vaccinations. So every dog that I've sold so far, I've made sure that the home that they're going to is not only safe, that they're good dog people, and that they're gonna keep the dog. I would say, I believe three or four of the dogs are in like family homes with like kids and stuff, and then the other three are like just single people. Like one guy is like an 85, 87-year-old man, and he just loves dogs. He had like 2 French Mastiffs when he was young. Yeah, he's had dogs all his life, and he was like, he didn't even care who he got. He goes, listen, I know your dogs are what they cost. He goes, I want to pay $2,500 to $3,000. He goes, I don't care what dog you bring me, just bring me a puppy. And I'm like, listen, like some people are just easy to deal with, like.
Right.
Like one lady from New Jersey, awesome lady, super sweet, and I'm blessed that she found me. She wanted the dog within a couple days. She wanted the dog, got the dog within a week.
Nice.
But in the same sense,
serious.
Yeah, but in the same sense, it could be weird and it could backfire on you.
Oh yeah.
Like I've had a girl like be like, yo, I want the dog. Like I'll pick him up in 3 hours. I'm like, I don't really have the time right now. Like, and then like part of me was like, yo, let me bring my significant other so that way she can handle paperwork. I can hold the dog for the transfer. So after 4 or 5 hours, I'm like, hey, so and so. A day or two passes, and she goes, oh, I got a dog from another breeder. Boom. Two more, and then we'll go on to the next one. One guy came over, was like, yo, I love the dog, blah, blah, blah. Wanted the dog for his girl that he was seeing, right? And I told the guy, I was like, listen, I'll do the dog for $3,000. Like, the dog's worth like $4 or $5,000. Like, and he goes, all right, no problem, right? Leaves my house. I don't hear from him. 2 or 3 days later, he goes and he went to like PA and got literally he got a bully from my competition, from another bully breeder.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, okay, bro, like whatever, like you like, yo, this guy was 100%. Oh, bro, I love the dog. She loves the dog. If she doesn't keep the dog, I'll keep the dog. I don't care, right? So come to find out, what happened was they came back. Yeah. She got the dog. He went home and she stopped talking to him. And she was like, yeah, I don't want anything.
Really?
The guy's like, yo, it's my dog. I bought the dog. I'm gonna sue you. She's like, yeah, no.
Wow.
The police are like, you bought the dog for her. Like,
that's a fact. Yeah, it's a good...
like, dude, and that's the other thing. Like, you want to make sure that the dog is going to a home that like isn't like a gangbanger home. Like, yo, like, is this dog gonna survive? Like, is the dog
or a home that is not gonna even be walked properly? Like, it's gonna be walking the owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like and it sucks to say, but like a broken family sucks sometimes. Like sometimes you have like a boyfriend and her girlfriend like pick up a dog, and then they split up, and then the dog is just torn in between the two of them. Yeah. And then you just have crazy situations where like the girlfriends like change paperwork, and it's like it's my dog now, but the guy paid for it. And, like, yeah.
Where is doggy court?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it would be small claims depending on. Claims, right? I mean, it depends on the price of the dog. Like, wow. Like, you know,
if it's like under 5 G's.
No, like I think under 500 or under $50. What is like under 50 to 500? I think it's small like petty, petty theft, and like over 1,000 to like 5-10,000. It's like grand theft puppy, you know.
That's some shit, man.
So
like, what's your plan, bro? Like, what are you gonna do now?
What's the plan? Keep the dogs.
You're gonna keep the dogs?
No. I'm gonna keep the dogs right now, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna... There's no way I would give them to a shelter or a rescue. Like, I know that they're being taken care of by me every day. Like, I wake up, my life is dogs. Like, I went from dog breeder to dog care. Dog care, like, basically. Like, and, like, it's not hard for me in the micro, because I've raised dogs before. I've raised puppies before. it's hard for me in the macro in the sense that it's on a bigger scale.
Yeah, and all you're
Like,
dealing
yeah.
around with
Yeah.
around that, right?
Yeah,
Your family.
like,
and
family, my other dogs,
Right.
life, you know, cars, insurance, bills, on top of vet bills for the dogs, on top of food for the
Right.
dogs.
Yeah,
on
how
top
much are you spending on food?
Let's not talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, I could have bought a puppy or two from myself.
Just from the food you bought.
Yeah, like I'll probably break even on this litter, and that's hopeful.
You're not breaking even.
Oh yeah. Oh.
How are you breaking even, bro?
Like what? Like you think
How?
you think I made money?
What?
You think I made money?
I no, but I'm saying like, how are you even breaking even at this point? That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're down.
I mean, that's perspective, bro.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah, like,
but you know what
like,
I mean.
wait. Yeah, I know, but like, listen.
Cash value.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I have 6 dogs that I can sell for breeding.
Right.
That's $2,000 to $4,000 a dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say $3,000 to $4,000. I have around $15,000 to $20,000 in dogs, just by themselves. Regardless, let's say $1,000 a piece. I have $6,000 to $7,000 in dogs.
Mm. Would you ever put one of those dogs into the service? You know how like people pay for the dogs to fuck their dog?
Oh, so it's breeding.
That's a whole other thing
yeah,
too, right?
no, yeah, breeding is.
You charge like $400, $500, right? I think it's $400-$500.
No.
It's more?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, American Bully breedings could be anywhere from like $1,000 to like $20,000 for one
session.
For one session, yeah.
Wow.
But like that's with guarantees. Like we also sign a contract for that. Like
Right.
I've had people lowball me on Phoenix trying to get him to be like, yo, I'll give you $1,000, $1,500, and it's like, bro, like you don't understand the bloodline and you don't understand what the dog can produce. Like I waited until he was 3 and I had my own litter, and look at what he produced. 13 puppies, rainbow colored litter.
Right.
Rainbow, not like some people have 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors. Like
Yeah,
rainbow.
so
I had
mix.
an amazing litter.
Yeah.
So I would right now I would really just sell them as either breeding homes or pet homes. And I haven't really sold any breeding homes. I've done a couple co-owns, like with the option to like, hey, we'll come back, we'll rework the contract, and we'll talk about it. Because like I said, like bro, if the stud fee is $1,000 to like let's say 10 grand, whatever, and you're making that each stud fee, and like let's say you start the dog at $1,000 or $2,000 for the first year, even $1,500, and he gets 5 studs, you're making 7 grand, and you're gonna complain about spending 4 grand, 6 grand on a dog. Like I have people hitting me up with BMWs and fucking luxury cars,
Doesn't mean shit.
diamonds and chains. Like yo, listen, I get you're a SoundCloud rapper. I'm really happy for you. But put your money where your mouth is.
Right.
Like, you don't understand what you don't understand. Like, I'm not going to tell you about GarageBand, and you shouldn't tell me why Adopt Don't Shop is better. Like, listen, you can adopt and rescue a dog.
Right.
I have no problem with that at all.
That thing exists.
Like, no, it exists.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
But it's an option and it's a choice. You shouldn't be guilted into saving or rescuing
Feeling
a
obliged.
dog
Right.
that somebody else didn't want. You don't know the history of the dog, or that somebody else abused and rejected. Sometimes it's just not the right move for people. Like let's say you're a first-time dog owner and you're like, I'm gonna rescue a dog, and you're not really comfortable with yourself or with dogs in general, and you get a medium to large size dog breed that's a little anxious and has been abused. That's not the kind of dog you want. That's not the kind of experience you want.
It's true.
Sometimes when you go to a breeder, like a reputable breeder, you can get a dog from base. You can raise the dog how you want. Whether that be good or bad is up to you as a dog person, a dog owner. But it just it leaves out a little bit more problems for the foreseeable future. Like, I have my dogs genetic and heart tested, so that way you won't have the problem, the wonder in your mind that you're gonna be like, yo, are these dogs bad genetically? Do these dogs have something wrong with them? They could. Any dog can have anything unless you do full X-ray, MRI, blood work, and genetics on every dog that you put out, which some people do. But unless you do that, you're not going to know exactly what a dog has.
It's true.
So, like, by me doing that on the parents, I know that the parents are healthy. And by me taking them to the vet and keeping up with the vaccinations and vet visits, it puts an overall viewpoint of, hey, this guy's doing what he needs to do in order to put out a good dog.
Yeah.
And it's what I want to do. Not as a side hustle, really. Like, I would love to do this as my main thing, but I'm not really the one, and I'm not really going to be the person to run my dog back to back, do 2 to 3 litters a year. Like some people would. Some people, and some dogs you can't run 3 litters. They only go into heat twice, I know. But some people will overbreed. Some people will run them on their first heat. I don't want to. Honey had her litter on her second heat. So second to third is acceptable and it's preferred. First is a big no-no.
Right.
Everyone, no. So now I'm going to wait probably another year or 2 just to have another litter with Honey. Whether it's with Phoenix, I don't know. I'm always down to collab with people, you know, if any bully breeders are watching this, you know. But for me, it's more important that, hey, I get back to, like, living with my dogs, taking care of my dogs, and putting the dogs that I have left into good, loving homes. Because I've raised them. Raised them from puppyhood. Like, we did a natural birth. Like, I sat with my dog for like 12 to 16 hours. And, like, it was a beautiful, life-changing experience.
I feel you, bro.
You know? And, but the thing is, a lot of people don't appreciate what you put forward. A lot of people don't appreciate the time, the effort, the sleepless nights, the blood, sweat, tears, shit. Like, yo, yeah, money. Like, yeah, money comes and goes, but in the same sense, like, you need to understand, like, a Lexus does not cost the same as a Toyota. Like Cane Corsos are a different ball game together because of their size. Like, they're just, your dogs are double the size of, like, if not triple to quadruple the size, depending on some of the dogs. Like, that one thick boy that you had probably got really big. Like, you know, so, like, you taking care of 9 to 10 of those is a little bit different. Like, I had the savings, and I was planning for this. And for me, like, I live in a situation where I can take care of those dogs.
Yeah, I have more
like,
space.
You know, I have more space. I can walk them in the morning. I can walk them at night. I can let them out in the backyard. It's just, it's stressful, man. It like, if I'm being honest, it puts a little break in my heart. Like, I would love to have them in homes next week. Like, you know, but what if I'm selling, like, a $500 dog to some person that's just gonna abuse the fuck out of it? Like, you're spending $500 on a dog, but you spent $1,500 on Air Maxes last week. Like, your priorities are not in check. Like, you know, like, I've had people hit me up, ask me how much, and, like, I've dropped my prices, most of them from, like, $4 or $5 grand to around $2 grand. Like, some dogs even cheaper. And I told one guy, I was like, yo, the dog you want is $2,500. And he goes, his first comment was, how much for the dog? I told him $2,500. Then he goes, oh, yeah, I would love to get one from you, but, you know, I work all day and I live in an apartment in the city. And it's just like, yo, you have excuses. You have excuses. That's all you have. Any reason to not, like, move forward is an excuse. Like, it's like, hey, listen, why can't I do push-ups? Because I'm tired, or because it's an excuse. Like, you can find every reason to not get a dog, or you can find every reason why it would be a positive thing to.
I mean, let's give it straight to the people, right? Like, the types of dogs that we have, you need to have discipline. You need to have
They need
character. You
structure,
need to have
man.
character. You need to have, like, you know what I mean? With any dog.
Yeah.
With any dog, but especially a bigger dog that can hurt people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's a different thing where not many people really even want to take the time to do that. But bro, what would you say to the people watching if they're interested in breeding? Like, what would you tell them?
Research your breed. Own the breed before you start breeding it. Like, a lot of people would get a female first. I got my male first. Some people would be like, that's stupid. That doesn't make you money. This and that. The perspective is a female makes puppies and a male has stud fee. So, like, the money difference is a little bit here and there. I got a really quality male, and I thought he was way better than any of the females in the litter. On top of that, now I don't need to pay for a stud fee. So the price that I paid for my male, I can make 2 to 4 litters and make my money back on my male and my female. What was the original question? I'm sorry.
No, what you would say to the people?
Oh, who would want to breed? Yeah, it's tough, man. It's not all you know. It's not all fun and games, man. It's a lot of waking up early. It's a lot of discipline.
Picking up shit.
It's a lot, but the shit is
the least part, right?
Yeah, like it's such a fucking. Oh my god, bro! You know what? I'm gonna go on a rant real quick. It's such a stupid fucking concept that people are like, "Oh, bigger dog, bigger shit." Yeah, obviously, bro. You touch shit every time you go into the bathroom, whether it's a wet wipe or a fucking tissue paper. You're wiping your ass. There's fucking shit. Like, you have a plastic bag as a barrier in between you and probably like a pebble or a rock-sized shit, and you're gonna complain. Like, if your problem is, hey, I gotta pick up a fucking big piece of shit, just get like a pet rock or like a chia pet. Like, you know, like something that, you know, like one guy was like, why would you get a dog? You gotta take care of it so much. I just get a snake. Feed it once a week. I'm like, yeah, obviously the bond is different, bro.
Yeah, way different. You're not
like,
gonna have a bond.
yeah, like I'm not gonna want to cuddle with my anaconda.
There's people that do that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? They get eaten.
Sometimes.
Because they stop eating. They fast themselves in order to swallow you.
It's fucked up. They size you up too. They go right next to you to make sure you.
I would love a snake. But
really?
Yeah.
What kind of snake?
I would like a python or like an anaconda. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because listen, they're big. They get big. You know,
You just have them in the cage though, right?
Yeah. Like I would bring them out, pet them here and there, but like that. After a certain point, reptiles get either too big or too much to handle. So like my 3 biggest. Okay, I'll tell you, like, my 3 biggest reptiles I'd want is I'd like a little crocodile too, but I'd like an alligator snapping turtle. Like,
you're bugging.
You can buy one in Flushing, bro. You can buy one in Flushing for like $10 at like fucking at Pet. Oh my god, Fish World, whatever, Pet World or whatever. Petland discounts. If that's still So, but
it's still there.
Yeah. But an alligator snapping turtle, like, okay, your digits will be gone. They have like enough like bite force to like.
Why would you want that?
Because it's like it's a dinosaur, bro. It's cool.
Fuck that.
So listen, alligator snapping turtle is one. Like a snake or a python is one, but like, bro, they get huge. Like, what are you gonna do with a 10-foot snake? Make boots.
Like, fucked up. Crazy. Why are you gonna have it in a cage too? Like,
I mean, listen, that's not that fucked up. Like, would you rather have like the poisonous or the giant thing that can kill you in a cage? Like,
no, but
that's
I mean,
not fucked up.
In
What's
its
fucked
ecosystem,
up?
in its rightful
you don't live in the rainforest, bro.
Right, but that's why. Why are you getting the shit that's from a rainforest? Leave it there. Like,
I mean, I guess, yes. but then that's the same thing as people saying you should. No. That's the same thing as people saying you shouldn't breed. You should adopt or rescue. Some breeders breed in order to continue.
I'm sorry, it's not the same thing.
No, but it is. But it is. Listen.
If you were debating of like, oh, okay, when people have wolf dogs and it's like it's slightly more of an animal, okay, yeah, but like that's a domesticated pet versus a wild animal that could strangle and fucking swallow you.
Yeah.
Like so different.
What is domestication?
Cold-blooded killer versus a warm-blooded like.
You're bugging, bro. What is domestication?
Warm and cold. That's it. That's pretty much the main difference.
Warm and cold.
Yeah, warm blood and cold blood.
Okay, and
Shit's
like
different,
bro. Like, what if your snake just like? I love you.
I don't think snakes have emotions, bro.
Okay, listen, but that's not the perspective.
That might be ignorant to say.
Yeah, that is.
Like, might be.
Yo, plants have emotions.
You're right.
They can see you and they can feel you.
Plants can.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna eat plants?
No, fuck that. I'm gonna eat plants. I'm gonna eat meat too. I'm gonna eat meat too, bro. You think I'm like, yo? I would love to pet a cow, and you know what? Eventually, I'll eat that cow. Like
you eat the same cow you pet?
Yeah, I mean, like,
would you kill it?
Like,
would you kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How?
What do you, that's like what? Like what? Do I have to like shock it? Or,
yeah,
like,
well, how do you do it?
Bullet to the head?
How do you do it?
However it needs to be done, bro.
Okay.
It depends.
The quickest way.
I'm not the quickest way.
Oh, you want slow and painful?
No, it's not.
Nah, I'm fucking with you guys.
It's not that. It's not. Okay, listen. It's not that. Okay, look. Let's break this down, right? It's not that it's slow and painful. It's that it is what it actually is. Mm. If you shoot something or you kill something in the wild, let's say deer, elk, hog especially, they cry out, they bleed, and there's a process to it. You're taking life.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people have the disconnect that are like, oh, I go to the supermarket. I don't want to see that blood shit. I don't want to see that right now. It's like, what do you mean as quick as possible? Yes, you do it as quick as possible to do the humane thing. You do it as quick as possible and as cleanly as possible because you want a quick, clean shot and you don't want the animal to be in pain.
Right.
You are thankful and you're appreciative of everything that the animal gives you and has given you. But you also need to understand that you're doing it to survive. Like, oh, well, you don't need to. Walmart fucking does. Oh, well, you don't need to hunt. Bro, like, okay, all that shit is processed. Like, you're not going to tell me anything you can buy in any supermarket is better than what someone's hunting on their land in fucking Montana. Like, it's not the same thing.
Would you eat a baby cow, though? What's that mean?
Veal?
Veal, right.
Yeah, why not?
You said veal?
Yeah, yo, baby cow, baby. What makes the difference whether it's baby cow or
it didn't have a full life.
You're killing it anyway.
You are. Have you tried it?
Yo, that's like.
Have you tried veal?
Yeah, of course.
How is it?
You've never tried veal?
No.
You should do like a veal parm.
A veal parm.
Yeah, it's like chicken parm, but it's like it's alright, bro. It's nothing crazy. Like
What, is it
it's
more
alright.
tender?
Like listen, bro. Like you're gonna
is
say
it the
like
same shit.
What? A chicken?
There has to be something different.
It's
more
like
tender?
it's like a tender steak. It's like a tender steak. They like pound it out thin and then they bread it. Veal parm.
But it's not that good.
It's not that it's not good, bro.
It's not that more amazing. Would you pay more money for it? Like people pay more money for it.
I guess, but that's like, you know, like it depends what your flavors are. Like, you know, like different people, different flavors. Same way, you know, like I don't know, man. Like some people don't like venison, don't like deer.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind deer. Like you know,
gamey.
Yeah.
Gamey.
I guess you could say that, but like I just appreciate things for what they are. Like like I don't like crazy like squishy jelly stuff.
Okay, so you wouldn't do cow's tongue.
Yeah, like I don't like cow's tongue. I don't like tripe.
Goat brain.
You know what tripe is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like super like popular in like Mexican soup and stuff. Okay. Like I appreciate like sweet, savory. I mean, there's a Greek soup. It's called magirica, which is like basically it's like liver and like it's alright. People eat it like around the holiday times.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat something.
Are you fully Greek? Or
Yeah,
you have any like Spanish blood?
No.
Not a little bit.
Yeah, no.
I think they're lying to you, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
They might someone fucked a Puerto Rican somewhere.
You're funny, bro. You're funny.
But,
no. Yeah, I'm full Greek. I speak a little Spanish. I speak Greek, English. So I'm trilingual. Holla.
But why'd you learn Spanish?
School. Like
Okay.
if you grew up in New York City,
you heard it.
and no, if you grew up in New York City, you don't know Spanish. You're a fucking terrible student. Like, bro, I had like 3 to 4 years of Spanish in middle school, 3 to 4 years of Spanish in high school, and they made me take it in fucking college again too. I was like, why?
I had enough.
And I had no application at all until I started doing construction around like 16, 18. And I was like, yo, Pedro, like, dame tornillos, please. Like, you know,
Por favor.
Yeah.
That's mad funny. That's crazy. And you don't ever use Greek, right? Unless you're with your family.
I mean,
No one uses Greek, bro.
whoa, relax, buddy.
Only Greeks.
Whoa, relax. No,
I'm just saying.
No one uses Celtic, bro. Relax.
Like,
what is that perspective? Okay, what Spanish?
Alright, wait.
Regular Spanish, Portuguese, Catalan,
right.
like
This
yo.
is why I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
No, bro. I'm traveled in culture, bro. I've talked to a lot of people.
Can I say one thing though? Every Greek that I have ever met in my life is such a proud Greek person. Like, no, you guys are so proudly Greek, so that's why I like fucking with y'all.
See, like, for me, like, I had, I was proud of my heritage, but, like, I came into it, like, you know, sometimes you have a disconnect from the things that your culture and the people in your culture are associated with.
You believe in God?
Oh, damn, bro. Like, okay. Do I believe in God? I'm very spiritual. Do I believe in God?
I feel like a lot of Greeks do believe in God.
That's tough. I'd like to say yes.
You were brought up.
I was brought up Greek Orthodox, which is like basically Greek Orthodox and Russian Orthodox is the same. Basically, it's just another branch of Christianity. We're like Catholics, but instead of like the Pope being the head of the church, like Jesus is the head, or the Archbishop's just like the under, like, you know, like we don't like, you know, but
follow Jesus, not the whole.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to look at things a little bit differently. Religion in and of itself, you know, in the feudal ages was used for control a little bit. So I appreciate and like I love my religious people. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Southern Baptist Church. I love my Greek church. I love like Buddhists. I love everyone. I don't have a problem with anyone. I don't have a problem with any religion. All religions have...
Bro, all I asked is if you believe in God.
Yeah, I know, but listen.
That's all I asked, bro.
All religion...
We're going here and there with the conversation.
All religion has same base principles. Like, hey, you should be a good person. Don't kill, don't murder. Like, you know, these are the things you should do. These are the things that you shouldn't. I think that when believing in religion, it's important to understand what principles and values like you align yourself with, and also just what you feel. A lot of people need to believe in religion because life is so cruel and so visceral that they need faith. I've dealt with death a lot from a very young age. Like, Greek people, we know a lot of people, so like I've been to like a bunch of funerals. And like, regardless of whether I believe in religion, we're all here for a little time and then we leave. So, do I believe in religion? I'm spiritual. I would like to believe in God. But
why do you mix the two? I just asked you if you believe in God. I never said anything about religion.
What is God?
I mean, you went through a whole explanation. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You went through a whole explanation about how God could be many things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
under each religion.
For you, do you believe in God?
I want to say yes, but
what's making you not believe in God?
I don't know, man. I've been through.
Why? Because you've been hurt.
Whoa,
I'm just asking. No. I'm just throwing.
Listen,
I'm spitballing.
Everyone in life is hurt. Everyone has trauma that they deal with.
Yes.
You know, we repair ourselves and fix ourselves how we will be. It's just I don't like a lot of things. Like, and like I said, and this is why I gave the explanation. a lot of the things that people like in religion, I like. A lot of the things that I don't like are just things that I've experienced. Like, if you go to a church, right, there's always cliques and groups and whatever,
Everywhere.
right? Everywhere, in anything,
Yeah.
right? If you go to a church, you're there to do what? You're either there for an event or you're there to pray, okay? The event could be a funeral, a baptism, christening, wedding, whatever. You're there to pray. Why are we giving money to the church?
Why do some of these
Like in excess,
Right.
in
Why-
excess,
right,
and it's
right.
like smiled upon, like, hey, like here's $100 in the, and like I get
And
it.
they be having like two
The
homes
church needs
and
to
boats
the
and,
church
like,
needs to survive, but in the same sense,
and
like
pastor.
if you're spiritual, God is everywhere. If God is everywhere, why can't you pray from your home? I don't have time to go to church.
Right.
Are you gonna make me feel like a bad person?
Right.
You know, so like, and I'm not saying people have done that, but
you also make time, right? You could make time to go to anywhere. But I would argue.
yeah.
I would argue that sometimes how things were created didn't have the same intention by the ones who are still being in control of it. So if it was created for a purpose, let's say like churches were created so people can study together, right? The Word of God. And then other people made it more of a capital gain aspect, right? Because at the same time, people do go to church and they do learn certain, like, study groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, there is moments where you can, learn about life and God and everything else in these circles. But you're right in terms of, sometimes a lot of this money, where does it go,
Yeah, like a lot of these super churches in like Texas, like, bro, they have like the pastor flying in on like zip line.
I know that.
Yeah, bro, yeah. So like you like there's different stages to it. So like, I mean, you have points, and like, listen, we all have points, we all have opinions, but like I like to see things from a logic perspective. Like, a lot of people like church and a lot of people like religion not because it's the Word of God, but because of the fables and the stories that are in each chapter and each verse and each book of the Bible. The books itself don't really tell you what to do. They give you stories on how you should act and how you should conduct yourself. Like, be a good person. Don't murder people. Like, if you have two sons, the story of Cain and Abel. Like, there's stories and morals, like, to these fables and stories and history that we've put forward and written down. My thing is just, I don't like how money hungry a lot of the church has gotten. I don't like the institutionalization of things. Like, and that could that could just be me, like, viewing at it from growing up in a church society. But in the same sense, Muslims have a mosque, right? When Muslims can, they go to the mosque. But Muslims
pray 5 times a day.
5 hours a day.
5 times.
5 hours.
Okay.
You're wrong.
So maybe each time that they pray
Is an hour.
is an hour.
Yeah.
But it's still 5 times. How am I wrong?
It's just different because it doesn't have to be.
You're wrong.
It doesn't have to be 5 hours each time. It doesn't have to be
Sure.
30 minutes or an hour. It's just.
But I heard
they
it was
need
5
to
times.
get. Yeah. Okay. Great. Because that's because the time allocation.
Yeah.
Like an hour
Sure.
in the morning, an hour midday, an hour for lunch. Yeah. It
They be out
spreads
there.
out. Yeah. But
Facing,
Yeah.
say,
Yeah. Like in
east?
west for Mecca, I think.
I think they face east.
Okay, I'm not Muslim. So,
I don't know. Could be wrong.
All
Alright, we'll look it up.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, blessings be upon you.
Yeah,
brother.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
you ever heard of Allah?
Yeah, Allah.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Some people say that.
No.
No, I know.
Yeah, so Allah.
Or Yahweh. You ever heard of Yahweh?
Yeah. Allah is God and Muhammad is the prophet. But like in the Muslim religion and in the Quran, like every prophet and every other religion is made an example of. Like Jesus exists in the Quran.
Yeah.
Like everyone in Judaism exists in the Quran. They're just like, yo, all these people were prophets, and God is the, like, you know, you have the story wrong. But like that's where like,
well, people follow Jesus for more than just what. But that's a whole other conversation.
yeah, we can get into the corruption of the church, how Jesus isn't the real Jesus.
Whoa, I don't know about that.
The Vatican, the secret catacombs.
Vatican's wild. That's a whole other story too. But before we wrap up, do you have any questions for me?
Yo, we getting something to eat after this? No, I'm joking. So let me ask you. So in your breeding experience, right? What was the thing you would change if you were gonna do one thing?
That's a good question.
Got nothing but gold, baby.
No, that's a good question. One thing that I would change. One thing I would change is who, because one thing that you had was that you had your own stud.
Yeah.
So like one thing I would change is I need to really know the owner of that male if I don't have that male.
I mean, yeah, or you can just pay for the male and like have a clear-cut contract. That was your problem.
Yeah.
Your problem was your deal wasn't really.
No, because I didn't have a problem with the puppies. My puppies, right? The ones that I gave away, because I knew the families that they went to.
Yeah.
But this dude that got to pick first pick, like that. All I know about that dog, he hasn't sent me pictures, he hasn't sent me updates, he hasn't sent me shit. You know what? The only thing he told me, you know what he told me?
Yeah.
The name the guy chose for the dog.
Oh, okay.
Guess what the name was?
Okay, I don't know.
Danger.
Oh, that's not great.
Danger.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a good fucking home. And that sucked. That was the only thing that I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say that still bothers me.
Yeah, that's tough.
That still bothers me.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd say all the time, like I see like little like 120-pound ladies being dragged down the hill and like dragged down the street by like a German Shepherd named Sniper. Like, you know, it's just people getting the right dog and choosing the right dog, wrong dog, man, you know?
I was so disappointed. And you know why? Like, beyond, because that dude that I worked with doing
I got a really good stud for you, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, super. Yeah.
Dope. In 2 years. But, this guy, bro, piece of shit, man. Like, he said that he was going to help, and then made mad excuses as to why he didn't help, and I was like, all right, you know what, we'll take care of it, because I had the benefit of having my girl.
What choice
and her
do you
brother
have?
What choice? Yeah, of course, you keep fucking grinding it out, right? Yeah. But this motherfucker just gave up before it was even difficult.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not what it is, bro.
What?
Like with certain things, like there's a give and a take, and a certain part that needs to be played for both sides. His part was, and his part should have been, yo, like, get the stud, get your puppy back. That's his part. Mm. The problem is when you start involving other people in your process. Mm. Like, when you start involving other people in your process, you go to different levels of quality. Like, let's say we destroyed this room. Mm. Let's say we destroyed it. Mm-hmm. Beer cups, food stains, whatever. You know, like maybe a girl squirted in the corner. Who knows?
You're bugging.
Yeah, right? But like 10 different people would clean up that room to a different level of standard. Right. You know?
You're right.
Like with me, like the breeder that I got my male from, I was expecting him to be like, hey, like, my production just had a litter, go check him out. And he made like one post, and like he like, as soon as he got what he needed and as soon as he got his own car, like I basically was ghost, because then he didn't need to get a way to get around. He wasn't like, yo homie, let's hang out, yo let's go for drinks, let's go, because listen, like, there's a lot of users, there's a lot of opportunists in the world. Yeah. See, like, what you need to do next time is be like, hey, I got the female. I'm making the puppies. You either help out but the helping out is not even a thing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
It's on you. Like
Yeah.
you learn like, hey, like, you know, like you're either paying full for a stud fee, so you get that stud, no options attached. So like then you reincur money through the puppies, right? Or you do
Let him get first pick.
Yeah, you can let him get first pick. So like that's a puppy back deal. So you don't pay anything, but or
It
you could do a
sucks, 'cause
combination.
Right.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah,
You had a lot of-
You're right. Because you don't know, even if it is the biggest dog at the moment, you don't know if it's gonna be the biggest dog at the end.
Yeah.
There's all this shit.
I mean, you had a lot of males too, man. You can't
Yeah.
really keep a male with her. Like it's just how it is. Like you would want to hump her. Like
Yeah.
I have a bunch.
even
of,
if it's his mom.
yeah, bro, you're bugging.
Shit,
She's
I
a
thought that was
female.
like a.
Nah, you're bugging.
Damn.
That's genes, bro.
Damn.
Like, they're just like hormones.
Right.
Like now I have a bunch of males and I have 2 females.
Okay.
So like
You said you had one female.
I have 1 female puppy and I have Honey.
Oh, right. Honey's the mom.
yeah.
Yeah. How do they work together? Are they fine?
Yeah, what?
No, like, because like females with females usually like.
Yeah, well, my dogs are great, man. They love each other. They just want to play with each other.
Okay, word. Hell yeah.
My girl is she's a giant mush.
Nice.
Honey's just a little baby, like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, all the dogs have no problems, like, in their homes. Like,
Yeah.
the only one that actually has, like, some, like, kind of, like, issue is just the old man because he's not really training the dog. And the dog's, like, kind of strong and, like, he's overfeeding him a little, so he's a little chunky.
Okay.
But, like, I went and checked on him, like, 2 months ago. You know, I keep up with them.
Okay, they live near?
He lives in Astoria, yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
I, like... Only 1 dog is in Maine, 1 dog is in New Jersey, 1 dog is in Staten Island. It's 3. Maine, New Jersey, Staten Island.
By you, right? There's
Yeah,
one
2 are by me. And then 1 more.
Oh,
I forgot who.
the dude that came from out of state, right?
No one came out.
You said someone came from out of state.
New Jersey. I had New Jersey. I had Bird.
All right, but anyhow.
Yeah. I asked you 1 question. That was
Right.
that was our
No, that was a good question.
It was a great
Yeah, it was
question. It was
really
like
good
10 minutes of convo.
Yo, where can the people find you?
We are on IG. We are on TikTok. Website is coming soon. Right now, the best way to get in contact with me would be on Instagram. TikTok doesn't really do business.
Shout out the Instagram.
Yeah. Bluephoenix Bullies. BLUEPHOENIX BULLIES.
Hey. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
Ago, it's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.